Hello everyone, this is Navneeta. Now we are going to study the topic from sound. That is, how do we hear sound? We know we hear the sound produced in our surroundings with the help of our ears. Right? The structure of ears play an important role in hearing the sound. Now here, let us peep into our ears and to understand how we hear sound. So you can observe here structure and functions of the eardrum. Our ear consists of three sections. Those are the outer ear, the middle ear and the inner ear. You can observe in this picture. So in this picture mentioned only here outer ear and middle ear. Yes? Now, pinna of external ear collects the sound vibrations. So that means outer ear. So they enter into the ear canal. We have learned that sound travels in the form of vibrations. So these vibrations strike by the eardrum. Here. Yes, we know sound travels in the form of vibrations. So these vibrations strike by the eardrum and make it to vibrate. So here the vibrations from the eardrum membrane reach the middle ear. Yes, so here these vibrations from this eardrum reach to the middle ear. So it contains three small bones. The middle ear contains three small bones called malleus, incus, stapes. Yes, so here the malleus is in hammer shaped and incus is anvil shaped and stapes stirrup shaped. Yes, they here magnify the sound vibrations. The stapes transmit the vibrations to the membrane of oval window. The oval window has the surface area 1/20th of the eardrum. Okay, so by this the vibrations increases 30 to 60 times. Here the stapes transmit the vibrations to the membrane of oval window. So the oval window has a surface area 1/20th of the eardrum. So by these vibrations increases 30 to 60 times. So the vibrations from the oval window transmit to the here in this part. We can say here the vibrations from the oval window transmit to the cochlea, which is the inner part of the ear. So this cochlea is filled with thick fluids which transmits the vibrations. So here the motion of the vibrations in the cochlea is detected by tiny hairs connected to nerves at this point. So the vibrations are transformed into electrical signals and carried by the nerves to the brain, where the sensation of the sound is realized. So the sound vibrations can also reach the inner ear by traveling directly through the bones of the skull. As you tape your head. Yes, so these sound vibrations can also reach the inner ear by traveling directly through the bones of the skull. So here, are there any harmful sounds that we hear? What happens when we hear such sounds? So here, characteristics of sound. We learned how sound is produced and what a vibration is. Now, let us look at different characteristics of sound. Those are loudness, feebleness, and amplitude. So, these are the different characteristics of sound. So, this loudness, feebleness, and amplitude. Sometimes people talk loudly and sometimes softly. If we hit a table hard, we get a loud sound. If we tap the same table gently, we hear a feeble sound. Why is it so? So here, in our daily life, we hear many loud sounds and feeble sounds on different occasions. For example, sounds emanating from drums during the prayer of assembly in the school are very loud. But the sound produced while we are talking pledged in the assembly is feeble sound. We know that Diwali is a festival of sound and light. So when firecrackers, they make loud sounds. So why are some sounds loud and some sounds feeble? Is there any relation between the intensity of sound and vibrations of the body which produces sound? Here, the first question is, why are some sounds loud and some sounds feeble? Yes, here the vibration in the amplitude of the sound produces loudness and feebleness. Here, the vibration in the amplitude of the sound produces loudness and feebleness. That's why some sounds are loud and some sounds are feeble. And is there any relation between the intensity of sound and vibration of the body which produces sound? So we can say that yes. The intensity of sound depends on the vibrations and frequency. Here, the intensity of sound depends on the vibrations and frequency of the vibrating body. So simply we can say that there is a relation between the intensity of sound and vibration of the body which produces sound.